Greetings, YouTube. I am so excited to talk about this new offer, and that might surprise you because it's an identical offer to what appeared in last month's Uncollected quest. But by the time I got around to talking about this last month, the quest was pretty much over. And so now we have about a month to break this down, and this is going to most benefit those of you who are wanting to do some questing like Act 5, or maybe to do a Legends run since you can do Uncollected first before you've unlocked the Heroic and the Master difficulty. Or if you just want to do a Labyrinth run, this offer is for you, and I'll break down exactly what the value is in just a moment. But to start, we're going to talk about the easiest thing to quantify, and that's the 10 energy refills. We know in the unit store that energy refills cost 30 units apiece, so they're giving you 300 units worth of refills. Now, I'm going to talk about the level 5 team health potions next. It's tough to quantify items like this because you actually can't purchase them in the unit store, but I'm going to assume based off of what other health potions are worth, that this is worth at least 60 units apiece, and since they give you 10, that's 600 units worth of level 5 team health potions. Next, we're going to talk about the level 3 revives, which also are not available to purchase. You can only get them via an offer like this. And this would be, I would say, a minimum of 50 units of value based on what the level 2 revive can be purchased for. So 500 units total of value in those. Next off, we have the level 2 team revives, which we can purchase in the unit store for 100 units apiece. So times 5, that's easy math, 500 units apiece on that. Next, we have kind of the mystery part of this offer. And this is kind of, I guess I should say, the mystery light, because it's tough to know what the 30% boost are worth, given that they are not offered. But considering how pricey the 10% attack plus health boosts are, which are already at 90, I would rate these at minimum. They would be a steal for 120 units apiece. They're going to give you 5 of them, and so that would make it worth an additional 600 units of value. Now, if this is a mystery, the real biggest mystery involved is the legendary crystal. Now, I'm going to talk about this offer based off of what the last Blade unit-based offer was for the 1-to-1 ratio. When I say 1-to-1 ratio, what the heck do I mean? I mean that for every 5-star shard offered, they expect us as unit-based consumers to spend the equivalent of that in units. So if there's a 1,000 5-star shard offer, they expect us to pay 1,000 units. 3,000 5-star shards, 3,000 units. So obviously for this, they're going to first offer us the 5,000 5-star hero crystal shards, which in terms of the 1-to-1 ratio are worth 5,000 units by itself. But the legendary crystal is what really determines if this is a great value or, oh my gosh, I just stole something from Kabam value. Why do I say that? Well, this is the 4 to 5-star version of the ultimate crystal we saw in the Wakandan monthly event last month and also in other aspects of the game. What that means is that there's about a 20% believed drop rate to get a 5-star out of this legendary crystal. Now, I'll still say that 80 out of 100 times, if you open this legendary crystal, you should get a 4-star. And I think right now you can't put, based off of the progression of the game, a 4-star's value at anything more than 1,000 units. So I would keep that to 1,000 units, but it has a 20% chance to be valued as much as 10,000 units. Now, why do I say 10,000? Because it takes 10,000 5-star shards to open a 5-star basic crystal, and we know from the 1-to-1 ratio that it would take 10,000 units to get 10,000 5-star shards. Now, I want to make this argument. I hope you are watching this video and you have not started the Uncollected difficulty, and if you want this offer that you're going to plan to grind in the arena and save up battle chips and not spend any cash on this. Because here's what you want to do, because this is exactly what I'm going to do. In a couple of days, I'm going to cash in about, 150 of the Uncollected arena crystals. I'll do an opening on that. And I'll save up over 4,250 units. So that when this pops up, for only the first 30 minutes of this offer, it gives you what it calls 15% off. Now, when I added up all these numbers, the minimum value of this offer, in my book, is 8,500 units. Well, what's half of that? Oh, hey, look, it's 4,250. So for the first 30 minutes, I would argue that this offer is 50% off what you would normally expect to pay for the same value in the game. But once that 30 minutes goes away. It goes from like 50% to maybe about 40% of the value. So I really don't think it's worth it at all to wait half an hour and have to spend an extra 750 units for the same thing. So what my hope, my prayer, if you will, is that I get this video out early enough in the month to where if you want to go for this offer, which I highly recommend going for it, if you're close to getting a 5-star champion, especially if you don't have a 5-star champion, if you're going to do any kind of questing from a Legends run this month to a Labyrinth of Legends run to any Act 5 exploration, you want to pick up this offer. But you want to do it in the first half an hour to where you get that 750 unit savings for the 15% off the overall offer. So that's my advice to you. From a 1 to a 10, I think this is an 8. I think that it's very hard to argue when you break it down that it's anything less than an 8. And for those of you that haven't completed Act 5 and need the potions and the revives and the energy refills, that's probably a better value. And for those of you who get a 5-star, I don't care if it's a 5-star Satan herself, Kamala Khan, out of the Legendary Crystal, you would be getting a 17,500 unit value from a 4,250 unit purchase. That would be incredible. That'd be like stealing money from Kabam in my book. So that's my review of this. Again, you will encounter this offer once you have cleared, I think it might even be the second chapter of the Uncollected event. From what I can tell, it's being offered earlier than it was last month, and maybe that's to make you spend faster. And so I'm hoping that my video actually foils Kabam's plan, because instead of you discovering this and being like, dang it, I wish I knew this was going to pop up, because now I have half an hour to get it and I don't have the units, so I guess I either have to spend cash to get units or I'm out of luck. Well, not anymore. You'll see this video and you'll say, hey, Prof Hoff warned me about this. I'm not going to do the Uncollected event until I've got at least 4,200 units saved up, and then I'm going to purchase it for free, and happy game, happy life. So I hope this helps your monthly questing, and thanks for watching. I love breaking down these offers for you, and as always, thank you for supporting my channel, because without your viewership, I would not be able to continue to create content. Thanks again, guys.